Hi, I'm here to walk you through how to use your Castor Oil Pack Kit that you got from Human Sound Check. The kit comes with 3 items. You'll have your pre-cut cotton flannel, which you'll have 4 squares of, and depending on what organ or gland you're working with, you might have bigger or smaller squares than what you see here. The castor oil from Premier Research Labs, and then the custom oil blend that I have made for you. So that's the Castor Oil Pack Kit, but you're going to need some other items from home to kind of round out your castor oil pack experience. Let's go through those now. You're going to want a plastic bag or a glass container with a lid because we're going to be reusing this. A moistened face cloth or washcloth, depending on what size you will need will depend on what organ or gland you're working with. I'm working with my thyroid today, so this is going to be plenty big, enough for me, but if, say, we're working with the liver, you might want to go with one that's a little bit bigger. And then we're going to need a piece of plastic wrap, very important for just to keep leaks to a minimum and seepage. And then what I love to call the sacrificial towel. So it doesn't need, it could be of whatever size is appropriate for you or whatever you have laying around, but you're gonna want one of these for sure. And then your heat source. So I'm using a heating pad today, but a hot water bottle will do fine too. So here's what we do. You're going to saturate the cotton flannel in enough castor oil to just get them soaked, saturated in it. So you don't need to dump the whole entire, this is maybe an ounce, not even, for these 2 small pieces that I have here. But you're not gonna need to put the whole bottle in. We're gonna use these a few times over, so no need to dump the whole bottle in. That's plenty. So we're gonna use 2 layers at a time, so 2 pieces. I'm working with my thyroid today, so my area of application is going to be right here. So I'm going to take my essential oils, or my essential oil blend. I'm going to put about 3 to 4 drops on, and I'm going to rub it into the area of my thyroid. I'll do a separate video for each organ / gland for each kit so that you know where you're aiming for. Okay, we're going to use 2 layers. So first layer, second layer, kind of squeezing it as I remove it to get excess off. Okay, now moist. We're using moist heat, so you want this damp cloth over that directly. Now comes the plastic wrap. If we did this before the damp cloth, then we wouldn't get that moist heat directly penetrating in. Okay, so plastic wrap, then sacrificial towel. Yes. Okay, so that's all snug as a bug. You could even use a chip clip or a clothespin or something like that to keep that all locked into place. And then I would simply grab my heating pad, apply it, plug it in, turn it on, and just sit back and chill, watch a show, and hang out for a while. And that's that. When you're done, reverse the process, of course. You're going to have, it probably shouldn't be dripping or anything like that, but you're going to want to rinse this out really well. We remove the cotton flannel soaked, or cotton flannel soaked in castor oil. Put them back in your bag or glass container. You can use them a few times over, even up to 5 times, I would say. Some people will say less, but since we're using 2 layers, you can just manipulate and just flip them inside out when you use them each time, and you should get a lot of mileage out of them that way. Each time you use the castor oil pack, you're going to want to apply more of the essential oil blend. Make sure you're adding a little bit more castor oil to make sure they're fully saturated, because the oils are going to come off because they're going to be penetrating therapeutically into the skin, into the, above the organ, to hopefully the organ or gland that we are aiming for. So that's the whole name of the game. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you enjoy the products. See you next time.